Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Shereem Herndon-Brown. We're here to continue our best colleges list. Today, we're talking about Tufts University, which is right outside of Boston in Medford, Somerville, Massachusetts. Very, vibrant campus to an extent for a small liberal arts school. At least they claim it to be. I went to Wesleyan, which is a competitor school. But again, I want to give you some information about Tufts that I think is extremely useful. As always, we're always going to talk about the academic programs, the activities that happen in and around campus, the admissions requirements for Tufts, and the acceptance rates. And as you can see off the top, the acceptance rate is about 10%, but I don't want to focus on that right away. Let's focus on academic strengths. If I click on programs here in my custom college plan, it's renowned for, its arts and sciences. Like I said, small liberal arts school. There's also a school of engineering. There's a Fletcher School of Law, which is law school and diplomacy. International relations is a specialty. They also have a relationship with, I believe, a school in Boston that does some fine arts. But they also have engineering, like I said, environmental science. Again, a strong liberal arts program. And I seriously think that students who want a selective school and have done extremely well in high school should be researching Tufts for a variety of reasons. Its proximity, being outside of Boston, is awesome, and its academic reputation and pedigree and resources are tremendous. In the vicinity, yes, see, I'm checking my notes. They have a relationship with the Museum of Fine Arts, and which is awesome. So I think students can take some classes there and get some academic credit. Obviously, they're close to Fenway, where the Boston Red Sox play. I shouldn't say that as a Yankee fan, but I also want everyone to know that Boston is a very, very vibrant place for students 18 to 22 to be, right? Who doesn't want to be around Harvard and MIT and BU, BC, Northeastern, Wellesley, Leslie, Simmons, I'm forgetting Emerson, Berkeley School of Music. Great, great, great college town. So if you like cold weather, Boston can be a really cool place, and Tufts really highlights that. So as I look at the academic programs, sorry about that, I wanted to go back and look at all the things that they offer in terms of their bachelor's degrees. Like I said, they have a very strong program in engineering in a lot of different capacities. Foreign language, health and history. Again, it is a strong liberal arts program that I would definitely want students to check out. From an admission standpoint, I always want to make sure that you guys have great information about admissions. So, admissions, what they're looking for from a standardized testing and GPA standpoint, I think about a 1440 to about a 1550 is what their middle 50th percentile of SAT scores are, which means a very competitive school. Similarly, the ACT between a 33 and a 35 for a few years now. Because of the pandemic, they have been score optional. But again, that could change. Don't know. I think Tufts kind of is a leader in wanting to really reevaluate how the admissions process works and to not let scores be exclusively what they're all about or even have it heavily influenced as it used to be. But I do believe that it is advantageous for students to continue to take standardized tests and then decide if it's the right school to send to or not. They did not publish GPA information. They do offer information on their admissions policies. You can always Google it, go to their website. I always go to the school's websites because I always want you as a parent to know how to navigate school websites if you do a virtual tour. I think it's important that you consider the academics, as we discussed, the activities, which I said Boston's an amazing town, the admissions requirements, right? You always want to click on how the admissions requirements are, what they're expecting of students, undergraduate admissions. This is very, very important that you as a family learn how to do virtual tours of colleges if you're not going to be able to actually go to them physically. Great study abroad programs. I also want to go back to there some admissions data. So from a regular decision, they've published that they have about a 10% admit rate. Fluctuates 9 or 10%, very, very challenging. Early decision, I do have some data here. 17% admit rate for ED1, 20% admit rate for ED2. Early decision is a binding agreement, whether it's early decision 1 or 2, so you should know that. And it's also important to see the gender balances. As you can see, there are more women enrolled at Tufts, about 200 more. And they usually have more women applicants, right? More women applicants, more women admitted, and then obviously more enrolled. I always find that to be interesting. They also share a lot of information about their graduation and retention rates. For those of you who are new to my platform, this is a custom college plan. It is housed by Arbor Bridge Tutoring and College Planner Pro, but it gives excellent data that I use all the time with our private clients. Undergraduates receiving aid, average need met. Tufts is not hurting for money. You can always go to a website and their net price calculator. A lot of schools right here will talk about the affordability of their school, so please use their website as a resource. And for me, I look at Common Data Set. The Common Data Set is a collaborative effort amongst data providers in the higher education community and publishers represented by the College Board, Peterson's, U.S. News and World Report. What they do is they collate all the important data from admission standpoint, enrollment standpoint, and each year they publish it for us, the public, to read and understand more data about their school. So it is, if you want to be a college admissions data nerd to an extent like I am, please check it out. But I do think Tufts is a school that is extremely valuable for students to consider because of the excellent academics, because of Boston being right in his backyard. Obviously, the admissions requirement, it's very selective. I'm not going to pretend that this is a cakewalk, but the acceptance rate shows that. But I do think if you have a child or if you're a student watching this and you've been very competitive in college, I really want you, in high school, that I really want you to check it out because I do believe in Tufts very much, okay? Hopefully that was helpful. And again, please check us out and learn more about schools that we're highlighting in our best colleges list. All right? Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.